Hello, and welcome to another one shot of Comics with Stevie D. Bang! And today I have a very special show. I got an AOK in the mail from my friend Adam. And Adam is this guy right here. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. There's his icon for his channel. And this guy has been drawing, not just drawing, sketching, inking, lettering, everything, metallic paint, you name it, and making these kinds of covers for comic book creators. Let me see if I can. No, I can't while it's recording. But he made that one and many, many others. So now there's a term going around for it. You have been atomized. So I have been atomized by Adam in his great talent and artistic abilities, and also an AOK. I had already opened the box, but I haven't opened this yet. So let's get on with the show. All right. Make sure I don't damage a book, or more importantly, cut my finger off. There we go. Yep, and he is in the new Son of Crown Bjorn's Saloon, the Gunfighters, and I'm Quick Draw Stevie D, and I forgot who he is, but we all had to pick our name, so I'll look it up and I'll put it in a remark. So let's see what he sent me. Solo Avengers. He knows I'm collecting them. Look at this. This is number 20. And I think 1 through 20 was the first part of it, and 21 through 40 is Solo Avengers Hawkeye. And then I think it went to Avengers Solo. Oh, Avengers Spotlight. The next comic he's got for me. Check it out. Look at this. This is the Swordsman and Hawkeye on the cover. Number 22. That's a pretty good cover. I like that very much. And the next one, he knows I'm a trumpet player. And he also played a brass instrument when he was in school. French horn. And a very talented guy. This one's called Deep Cuts. What it means. And it features artwork depicting, it looks like New Orleans type musicians, jazz musicians. The Blue Book. Basin Street. Yep, Basin Street is in New Orleans. So there's a clarinet player there. And it's a thick book, so it's not your typical size. Uh-oh. And then here is Blue and Green, a graphic novel. And look at that cover. Your imagination fills in the rest of the face. What could he have? Green hair like his face, or yellow hair, or a horn sticking out the middle of his forehead? You never know. Let's take a quick peek at the interior is beautiful. Here's the saxophonist right there. It's a tenor. I think that's a tenor. Oh, could be an alto. But isn't that great? So I am really going to enjoy these. Especially the whole storyline is right here. I like that very much. And here's another one. Deep Cuts. And this time there's a piano player on the cover. And look at that. Vaudeville, The Emerald Mill. And she's a composer, you can tell by the ink pen in her hand and the handwritten manuscript right there with the crossouts in it. And if you write music in your early drafts before computers and stuff like that, that's how you would do it, you know. Sorry, but I Can't Take You. Chicago, 1928. So the first one I got was in New Orleans, and this one's in Chicago. And that's Chicago is where the great Louis Armstrong migrated to when he left New Orleans. Okay, and so the next thing I want to do is I was getting ready for my own show, and I went to a yard sale looking for comic books. Of course, what do I find? I find Spock and Captain Kirk, but it's painted. Isn't that a pretty good depiction of the two characters? And there's a planet, and this is called Probe, a novel by Margaret Bonanno, and it takes place a sequel to Star Trek 4. So this is going to go in an AOK to one of my friends. I haven't decided which one. Maybe I have. All right, maybe they can guess. All right, now, the next thing I want to do is I want to remind everybody to vote in the comic book awards. And I don't care if I win or lose anything. I'm just happy that somebody had nominated me a long time ago, but I've already did my voting a long time ago. It took a little while. It took me like 15 minutes, 20 minutes to do it. And I voted for my friends in the comic book community and people that deserved it and stuff like that. And the next thing in the comic world I want to talk about is Mon Comics, middle of nowhere. Brandon, he had a tragic house fire and he lost everything. But his family was blessed by God and they all came out alive, and even their cats. So a while back I sent him a big box of comics for an AOK, and he did a whole show on this one box of comics. I was like, wow, this is cool. So as soon as he gets a address that he can receive stuff again, I'm going to send him another big box, maybe a little bigger, you know. And so everybody is contributing and just having him in their thoughts and prayers and helping him. And I hope he comes out on top of everything better than he was before the tragedy. Now, with that said, I want to go back to Adam for a second. And I just wanted to thank him for all these great books. And I'll show them quickly because the recap's fun. There's the composer in Chicago. And the whole graphic novel, Blue and Green. And I believe Miles Davis did an album called that too. Deep Cuts. This guy kind of reminds me of Maynard Ferguson. His stance in playing. Wild hair like that. And these two books that I've been collecting, I'm knocking out a couple more out of the 40. So I'm probably on the downhill slide of these now. And I was really happy to get those. And with that, I just want to say God bless everybody, especially Brandon and his family. And God bless all the members of the comic book community that are going through something. And believe me, I know everybody goes through something from time to time. Hardships, ups and downs, relationships, illnesses, all that stuff you go through in life. And it kind of defines your character. And I think Brandon is going to come out just as personable as he was before this all happened, and move on with his life and start everything over. But this time, he's got a leg up from all these great comic book community people and all the people that have done stuff for him. So I had drawn a picture of him a long time ago and sent it to him, and he showed it on one of his shows. So I had drawn another one because I wasn't happy with that picture. I I was cranking them out. Real every week I was sending another person something. Uh, I'm a new artist, but I wanted to share my art with people because art doesn't mean anything if there's not an audience, So I have a select few of people. I send these pictures that I draw out. Well, I have another one that I didn't mail out because I was mailing other ones out before it. So along with that box of comic books, I'm going to have another one of his caricatures. So with that, thanks, Adam, and good luck to you, Brandon. Take care.